Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Going Ballistic with Jim Bob. Well, Jim Bob here in communist Illinois, my chilly day at the Ballistic Undisclosed Ranch, location-wise anyways. So what we're going to test today, like I said the other day, was I got my hands on one of these Palmetto PSA Dagger 15-round magazines for the 43X or G48. These look really well built. I'm flying solo, no camera guy today. So bear with me, and it's windy. These look really good. I've seen some other videos on them where a lot of people, well not a lot, a few people tore them apart and said they'd seen stuff inside and whatever. I took this apart, it looked spotless inside. There wasn't no molding injections or anything goofy like that where the spring could potentially get stuck in the mag. The only thing I did see, I don't know if I can get this, was there was an imperfection right about here where they welded that. There's like a dent, and I was worried about that because it looked like, you know, whoever was welding it got it too hot there, or ended there, or started there, or whatever. But on the inside there's absolutely no dent or nothing. It's dead smooth, so I ain't worried about it. So I'm going to test it out of my 43X that I put on there the other day. Obviously it's clear. Put the hoe grip and that little beaver tail extension that's glued on there so I don't kill my fat hands. So we're going to see what this thing will do. I haven't put any rounds in this. I have loaded this. That's it. I have not shot it. So we'll, well, since we're on camera here, everybody, well, a few people complain they can't put 15 rounds in it, so let's see what's up. There's one. Got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, my fingers are cold. 9. 10. My fingers don't work good in the cold, people. I had frostbite really bad when I was younger. My fingers don't like cold weather. 11. 12. You can move where it's warm. 13. 14. I always tap mine a little bit. Even my factory Glock mags, I do the exact same things. And there's 15. No problem. So we know that works. It's nice and smooth. No issues there. So that's fully loaded. Now while we're talking about ammo, I'm all about safety. So I bought 1,000 rounds of white box Winchester, I don't know, a month ago, whatever it was, and maybe a month and a half. And I've had several malfunctions out of this. I think it was a bad batch. I don't know. Threw away some of the other loads, but I did keep 2 that did malfunction. I did contact Winchester about this, and it's quite the process when you file a claim with these people. I wasn't worried about getting anything free. I wanted to let them, you know, just advise them what was going on with whatever manufacturing issues, or just got a bad batch or whatever. And they're like, well, just send back what you got, we'll reimburse you. I was like, I got ammo buckets out yin yang just like this for range days. I just throw all kinds of stuff in there. I'm not going to sort through 1,000 rounds of this and 500 of that and 20 of it. I ain't going to do it. So I'm not scared to use their ammo. I'm not knocking them. Just want people to be aware to kind of look at it before you load it. So here's this one. I don't know if I can focus or not. Look at the casing, how that came out of the press. It's just like ripped and it's like pulled back, like it was stuck. And then I had this one here, which could have been a squib load. Look at the primer, squared. It went, psh. I knew it was bad. I loaded it just to do it, see what it would do. and it sounded like a snap cap. I was like, oh man, shit, you know. It tried to eject. Let me get these lined up. That's how far it came out of the, oh, my fat finger's in the way. It just barely came out of that casing. That could have been really bad. So I normally just use Federal or Winchester, what I normally go to. Our department issues, everything's Winchester. I have never had a problem until this batch with white box. It's a little dirtier now, I think, than what it used to be, but who knows, you know. These things are 9mm so cheap anymore, it just whatever. But that is something to keep your eye on. I don't want to see anybody get hurt, or somebody's got a cheap gun, possibly get stuck or come apart, or just something stupid happen. Just try to be mindful, people. So I got this thing loaded up. I'm gonna have to shut the camera off, and I was gonna do some multiple targets, but I don't have anybody to follow me around, so I'll probably just hit some steel plates, and I'm gonna run like 150 rounds through this thing, and if it runs and cycles, locks back, all that good stuff, I'm gonna call it good. So, all right, we're gonna get my ears on and go hit some steel. All right, everybody, I got my ears on. I got the mag loaded up. I'm back here about 7 yards back there. I'm gonna try to get out of the way and just see if these things will cycle through and feed well. So I'll just load it in front of you. Loaded good, popped right in. A note to how nice these fit. They hang down a little bit, but not bad, but they don't wobble. These actually have less wobble than the factory Glock magazines that I use. I've tried the shield arms. It was 50-50 chance they worked. My experience, I'm not saying they're bad, I didn't have any luck with them. So let's see how this works out. Hit some steel here. That looked good. Well, shot all those rounds. It's empty, as you can see. It did not lock back. So let's load this up and see what happens. All right, guys, I got this loaded back up. The gun is not loaded or charged, just I got the mag in my hand. Something I did forget to say was, I guess there's two options for these magazines. They have one that's polished, and I got the one that's like, I don't know if it's just powder coated black or whatever it is. I think the polished version, I think they call it like the slick version, something like that. My friend has one like that. When I got on Palmetto's website, this is all they had. These things, they can't keep them in stock, so you just get what you get. I only bought one. So if this thing works good, I'll probably buy two more. It just, that's all they had at that point in time. So I'm gonna load this up, charge it, and actually aim this time. I just rapid fire and doing whatever last time. So we'll see what happens here. $15 rounds. Oh, got a malfunction. We got a fail to feed is exactly what's happened here. Gun's clear. Wonder what happened there. Let's look at the round here. No problem with the casing. Well, so far this ain't looking too hot for this. It's hard to beat a factory mag, but I'm not dooming this thing. Let's try again. Gun's clear. It did lock back this time. So let's load her up again and see what happens. All right, guys, so we're loaded back up. This is my factory magazine. It's got a Strike Industries EMP extension. They claim +2. I can only get 1 in there. It's absolutely almost impossible to get 12 in that, but I liked it because the stippling matched. So when I put this, I was talking about, it's still unloaded, see the orange. When I put this in compared to the Palmetto one, remember I told you how it fit tighter? See how much rock there is in the factory mag? I mean, it ain't bad, but it's there compared to this is really, really snug. So I think they got that figured out. That was a problem with the Strike Industries, and I think the follower angle, there was a problem with that. But let's load this back up and put 15 more rounds through there. Then I'm going to throw some HSTs in here and see if it'll cycle good defense ammo. All right, get the zoom there. Man, it's cold today. It worked fine that time. It locked back, cleared. Okay. Let's load her back up and keep on going. All right, I put 5 124 grain +P HSTs in there. See if these will cycle. Just this may be a short video because my fingers are locking up. My hands don't work in cold. I'm gonna shoot like crap and my fingers are going numb. So see what happens. Cycle that just fine. Locked back. Ooh, the sun's peeking out. So I'm gonna shoot a few more rounds off camera, so I don't waste, have an hour-long video. But I am gonna put 150 rounds through these magazines to see if they work or not, and then we'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back here. I just, oh God, I shot 4 more magazines, and this is what I got right now. This is double feed. I did the old slap it, rack it, and this is what I got. I just hit it again and just, so I got a big malfunction to clear here now. Safety check, clear. So, I don't know. I'm getting kind of concerned because I've had 2 malfunctions now. Nothing wrong with the ammo. I'm just, I'm not very impressed right now. So we'll, man, it's windy out here. I'm getting windburn, but I'm gonna keep shooting a few more. Then I think I may just call it good. I don't know. So. All right, everybody, so this will be mag number 15, and I'm going to call it good on that. My fingers, I can barely bend my fingers, just bad problem. I'm trying to think here. So far, I've had probably 6 malfunctions. And what I mean by malfunctions is I've had 3 fail to lock back, and I've had 3 feeding issues. So I don't know. I'm still trying to digest if I want to trust one of these or not. So I'm going to finish out my last 15 rounds. I'm going to call it good. I got pork steaks and beer to drink. All right. Last 15 rounds of the Palmetto PSA. I hope it works. Dagger magazine. Yep. Worked good rapid fire. Didn't lock back again, but you know, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, who knows? You know, I mean, it's nice to know when you're empty, you know, when you pull it, it just goes click if you're in a real life scenario, but I don't know. I'm going to grab my gear and do a wrap up. So see you in a minute. All right, guys, so here's a wrap up here for today off camera because I just couldn't handle how bad I was shooting. I unloaded. On these subcompacts, I don't shoot them very well at all. And I've been putting my fingers around the front of the gun like that. Well, I've never shot this gun with this grip and all this other stuff that I just put on there. So I actually started shooting it like a normal Glock like this instead of like this. Immediately cleaned that problem up like a normal sized duty gun. So I was hoping I wasn't losing all my skills. So that problem's resolved. I do like this grip. It really fattens the gun up. It just, I don't know if I'll carry that thing or not. It's all right for a 5-yard, 7-yard situation. I mean, you're going to get hits and you're going to get good ones. It just, there's some people who shoot these things 100 yards. Well, it ain't me. Just my fingers don't work that way. If you want to know about the Palmetto magazine, your factory little Glock tool will work. It takes a minute, but it will work. So my analysis is I put over 300 rounds in this mag. I was right around 225, 230 when I said I was going to quit. And I was like, man, why am I shooting so bad? And so I kept loading it up and putting it in there. And I was like, oh, I took my finger off the front and it was fine. Well, off camera, I had 3, no kidding, 3 more filter feeds, double feeds, jammed on this. And it seems like the more I kept loading this and using it, the tighter the spring was getting for some reason. I know that sounds weird, but that's just me. The top of the lips up here are really worn. I think these are fine for the range. Me personally, I'll stick with a factory magazine. I'm sure there's 20,000 satisfied customers somewhere that would bet their life on these, but well, I'm the one that wouldn't. So there's a lot to be had with a factory Glock mag. Why they never did this, I don't know, but I'm sure there's a reason they didn't do this. But just my opinion, of course. It's like, well, that's why everybody hates these guns. They only hold 10 rounds in a magazine. And you can get this, the factory comes with 15. Well, you can. Go buy one. That's pretty simple, isn't it? It just, I'd rather have a 10-round magazine that I know in my heart that'll feed mag dump every single time and not be in a panic situation where you're amped up. You're like, oh yeah, I forgot, I got a slap tap rack. I'd rather have 5 rounds less and know I'm going to get the job done than have something like this that, it's good for the range, but in a life and death scenario, no, I wouldn't trust this thing. So I may see if somebody buy me a 30-pack of Natty and trade me out. So kind of what I'm thinking. But not knocking them, it just my experience, I'm not sold on them, and I will not carry this. Maybe for a backup, but it won't be loaded in a gun. No. So until next time, I hope I've been insightful to a point. So like, share, subscribe, whatever. Thoughts. It's pretty cold still here in Illinois. We're going to be doing some auto glass and door test barrier. Somebody come at you with an AR, 9mm, the most common, 40 caliber, whatever. We're going to do it with a window up and a window down. You know, which one are you better? I mean, most people have the window down and they're going to shoot through the door, do whatever. But I like doing barrier tests. It's always interesting. Sometimes you're surprised on which one does the best and which one does the worst. So, say bullets do weird things when they hit objects. Instead of your Bill Cosby gelatin, they do a lot of different things and they go different ways. And sometimes the best of the best comes apart, and sometimes the old cheap stuff does better. So, but until next time, catch you guys on the flip-flop and stay frosty.